Take 1. Capitalism. You've probably heard about it in some capacity, whether that be in an economics class or weaved into the arguments of relatives amongst the Christmas table. Tragic, I know. Even though it's the number one economic system, for most of us, the exact definition isn't super clear. Which is why today we're going to talk about how it got to the top and why we continue to use it. Because honestly, it's a mystery. Capitalism is, according to Google, an economic and political system in which a country's trade and industry are controlled by private owners for profit rather than by the state. Basically, anyone can own anything, and this means that those who own big companies, in our modern case, Google or Disney or any one of the big six, have the most influence on trade and industry. Capitalism really took off in America during the late 1700s all the way through the mid 1800s, basically during the time of the Industrial Revolution, which is exactly why things were getting more modernized. However, they were also getting way more dangerous. As you know, the Industrial Revolution was a new time. People were moving in from all over the place. It was crazy. People were trying to, move into factories, and they quit farming, and everything wasn't done by hand. Nothing was authentic. Anyways, in the novel The Jungle, Upton Sinclair goes into graphic detail about the hardships that workers were facing, not to mention the twisted ratio of work to cash. Business owners who were barely doing anything would make 5 times as much than children doing hard labor from 5 in the morning till 7 p.m. And for the most part, those kids would only get like 40-minute breaks. That's crazy. For like over 12 hours of work. This is why child labor laws are in place. It's a topic for another time. Anyways, as you can imagine, not many people were happy, so they got to thinking. Capitalism, maybe capitalism isn't doing it for me. It's not fun. I'm not enjoying it. My kid is working all the time. They're not getting a proper education. Maybe there are other ways to run the economy. Thus the birth of the ideas like communism, socialism, social democracy, and utopianism came to fruition. Socialism is the next best thing for people opposed to capitalism. However, before socialism, we gotta talk about communism. But I'm just gonna let Wayne explain that to you. Wayne! What? Wayne, what? Okay, sorry, this is so rude. This is Wayne. He's gonna talk to you guys about communism. Alright. Just point your eye. So rude. Continue. As I was saying, communism is basically the idea of a classless system where everyone shares what's created. Karl Marx, that guy. Karl Marx is the one who essentially expanded the idea of communism with his document, The Communist Manifesto. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Not really. It wasn't that good. Anyways, moving on. where he made the Communist Manifesto with his good bud Friedrich Engels, where they break down why they are against capitalism and their concerns about its economic impact on society. Contrary to popular belief, it actually wasn't a step-by-step manual on how to run capitalism. Communism. That doesn't make any sense. Moving on. On paper, communism sounds great. Everyone is working together, getting along. It's real nice. And then they get to share the fruits of their labor. Socialism is kind of like the step you take right before communism. So, like, a prerequisite. Like, you ever take one of those college classes that you're like, what the heck, I don't need this. But it's just the only reason you take it is so you can take the next college class? That's what socialism is to communism. It's like the one right before. So you can go to the... Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay, socialism is where people share what they created based on the amount of money they make. Versus communism, which is far more intense. There is a complete absence of someone making more than someone else. Because at this point, everyone is equal and everyone is sharing literally everything. You own nothing. Communism. Around this time, many people believe that by implementing these new economic systems, communism and socialism, they would create some sort of utopianism or a perfect world. By the way, that makes literally no sense. What are you doing here? Shh. So, a utopianism is Stop talking. Why did your mouth open? You weren't talking. Anyways, sorry. So, utopia means perfect. I don't know what language it is, but you know what? You win some, you lose some, okay? Listen, Wayne. You listening? I'm listening. Hey, why are you so mean to him? Stop. Sorry. Anyways, thank you for your explanation. No. Come back later. Fine. Run the show into the ground. Okay. Want a new job? I forgot what I was going to say. Right. Perfect world. Doesn't exist. Can't happen. So these people were striving for perfection, utopianism, a happy little country where everything ran smoothly and everyone worked together. So what did they do? Well, East Germany took a shot at it. It went a little something like this. Hey there, it's baby April, cause future April, she's a mess, so we're gonna talk to me. Let me give you some backstory about this whole 1970s East Germany thing. Basically, East Germany was like, you know what? We're gonna do it. We can pull off communism, socialism, whatever you want to call it. So, what they started to do is that all these East Germans in the 1970s were like, yes, I am an East German, and yes, I enjoy working with my comrades. I think it is delightful. I love working and giving back to my state. Something else that the East Germans loved was coffee. And I mean, they loved their coffee. Coffee is the best. Yeah, coffee is the bomb. I love working and going home and drinking coffee. Woohoo! If you recall, they were a socialist country, so they didn't have a lot. And what ended up happening was there was a market crash, or what ended up happening was that trades couldn't come through. So you know what East Germany did? Take a guess. They wiped all of Germany's precious coffee and swapped it for this coffee mix that, by the way, they hated completely. Disgusting. So, why bring this up? Who cares whether or not a bunch of East Germans went ahead and hated their coffee? Well, it matters a lot to the whole socialism whatever. East Germans, they're pissed off now, right? They're like, I want my coffee. I don't want this mix-up of like 51% coffee, 49% everything else. Disgusting. I hate it. I'm gonna protest. I love my coffee and I have a right to enjoy my coffee. Yeah. So now they're protesting. Can you believe that? They're protesting something they wanted to begin with. Now, a bunch of East Germans hike up, go to Sweden, and they go to the store, and by the way, the country that Sweden at this point is a capitalist country, right? So they just see this abundance of bananas and rice and other home goods, and most importantly, their beloved coffee. So the protests go on, and they're like, I've had enough of this socialism. I've had enough of this socialism. I want my coffee. What's interesting here is that capitalism actually promotes the ability to have little treats and luxuries like coffee. The irony. I'll let the blue sock go back to you. Really why they didn't support their whole communist thing anymore. They couldn't get access to little things like coffee that we have access to all the time. Whoop. It's nice to be back in the spotlight. So, as Baby April was saying, people are really into the tiny little things in life, like coffee. So, what's interesting is that this is part of the reason why capitalism rose to the top and has continued to stay there. People as a whole, we always want our little thing. We want our coffee. We want the ability to go and make ourselves better. We can get rich. We can become those people making bank. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll stop. No, I won't. Moving on. That being said, there has never been a single country that has been 100% socialist, communist, capitalist, utopianist. By the way, that doesn't even... not even social democratic. Which, by the way, social democratic means like right before you become a socialist country, you're gonna go capitalist, social democracy, then socialism. So it's a little stepping stone. Fun fact. Anyways, in conclusion, capitalism has risen to become the most commonly used economic system because of its ability to cater to the wants of citizens and how it was able to grow and adapt into a more socialist/capitalist country in response to the tragedy that was the Industrial Revolution. Because things were just not looking good, my dude. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!